So there's a pitcher out there, and a controllable pitcher that's eh, discussed as available, but we're not really sure he's available. There's been some rumors and discussions and trade proposals put out there, and he can be a difference maker, but he's on a team that's going nowhere, and a team that's likely going to lose one of their top player and some of their other better players over the next couple of years, and that team's the Colorado Rockies. Trevor Story is very likely going to be signing elsewhere this offseason. He may even be moved at the trading deadline um, to a team that is maybe a piece or two away that either wants to go for it all or already agrees with him on a long-term extension, because he's going to get a big long-term extension wherever he goes to. So, but the fact is, they have a starting pitcher, and his name is Gerrit Marquez, and we know about him. We've heard about him. I've talked about him on this channel as well. And he's a controllable star. He's got a couple more years of control on a very reasonable contract, and he's a legitimate frontline starter. He could be a number one in some rotations, but very more than likely a solid number two in most top rotations. And he's a very attractive piece. And in my view, he'd be a fit for quite a few teams, particularly ones that are maybe a pitcher away that want to really make a serious run or want to kind of commit long term to a pitcher, because there's not many available coming in free agency next year that are of his age. Most of them are going to be much older or less experienced. So I have a trade proposal with him and with the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago White Sox. And the White Sox are a team that, they've made some serious investments over the last 2 years, some really bold trades over the last couple of years as well. And they're in a position to be one of the better teams in the American League, all entirely. And another starter to go with Rodon and Giolito and Lance Lynn is if you want to compete with them, if you go to the World Series, you want to go up against the Dodgers and the Padres and teams like that, the Braves, Mets, or whatever. You're going to need some serious pitching. So to me, they serve as a logical trade partner for them. And my trade proposal is outfield prospect Blake Rutherford, who's actually a former Yankee, but he's blocked the outfield positions, and pitching prospect Matthew Thompson, who's a right-handed pitcher. If the Rockies are going to give away, their ace pitcher or one of their ace pitchers, they're going to need a pitching prospect in return at least, and a position player at least. These are highly rated prospects, so the package will probably cost another prospect in return from the White Sox. But at least these two guys, who are highly rated prospects in their system, they're gonna have to go to Colorado if they're gonna unload Marquez. Now, there's a chance that he might be moved in a blockbuster with Story or Daniel Bard or somebody else. There's some other players that and I've even proposed blockbuster trades with the Rockies and other teams as well, but more than likely he's going to be traded to a team just individually, and to a team that's going to be able to give up a couple of top prospects, or a package of maybe one or two top ones and then a couple of marginal prospects, which this package will likely wind up having to be anyway, which is fine because of a player of his caliber generally, and these types of pitchers generally cost probably good 3 or 4, maybe sometimes 5 prospects, but usually 3 or 4, 2 of which are very highly rated prospects, and these 2 are. So that's my proposal. Marquez going to the White Sox gives them an additional frontline pitcher to go up against the better teams in the American League and the better teams in the National League. And the package in return helps them, address a pitching prospect, gives them another pitching, because they are a little bit light on the pitching prospect depth-wise in their systems. It gives them a top pitching prospect, and it gives them another positional prospect who had some injuries, but he's on the verge of kind of finally breaking out and staying healthy and performing in the majors. And he does have a pretty high ceiling. So that's my proposal. Let me know what you think. I think it could be a win-win for both teams. The Rockies will, like I said, the Rockies will likely get a third player or maybe even a fourth, but they're going to need at least 2 frontline guys like this in return. Let me know there's other teams that I could propose trades to, but this seems to be one of the more logical fits based on need, and it could be a win-win from both sides. Plus, Colorado will be offloading his salary too, which is upwards of I think 13 or 14 or maybe even 15 million per year, and he's under control for another 2-3 seasons. So, it's a very reasonable contract for a team at the White Sox caliber, they're not far away really from being the best team in the American League. They really aren't. And another pitcher like this would really, really, really help solidify their status as one of the elite in the American League and all of baseball as a top 5 baseball team. And with that talent, they're starting to put it all together and starting to perform better. And but guys are healthy. This could be the perfect move for them. So again, let me know what you think of this trade proposal. If you have other teams in mind, whatever. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. And if you like more trade proposals, the one I'm going to do next is going to be a really, really good one for a superstar player in the Cardinals. And maybe not the two that you're thinking, but another star player, young star player on the Cardinals. And I think it'd be a good trade. So you don't want to miss that. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss it, and so you know exactly when the video is coming. And then always look in the description for a bunch of recent videos, a bunch of trade proposals, and obviously I do post-game recaps for the Yankees after every game. So thanks for watching. See you next time.